I'm Sonya Morton Firth and you're watching the Sonya Morton Firth Show. Today my guest is Jason Burrill. Jason is an actor and rose to fame after winning Big Brother in 2016. Jason has appeared in some blockbuster movies, not only as a body double in a James Bond film, but more recently in the film The Serpent. He dedicates a lot of his time to raising money for charities. Watch this interview to understand the authentic Jason. Jason, thank you so much for being a guest on my show.
Thank you for bringing me.
And you're here, larger than life. 6'4". I feel small anyway. But
you are small.
I am small, particularly, in front of you. Jason, I've read a lot about you. Obviously, you've been on the Big Brother. You won Big Brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was that something that you always wanted to do? Did you want to be on Big Brother?
Never.
You didn't?
Never. Didn't even appeal to me. Everyone's watched the first one.
Yeah.
I think everyone watched it because it was like a social experiment.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? It was actually, remember that eye? There was like this big eye that was like the advert thing. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's still there.
I'm showing my age here a bit.
Yeah, so when Craig won it and everything else, it was a great big social experiment. And I think after that, everyone had watched it and it dwindled away a little bit. The Jay Goody one was brilliant. And then it sort of drifted away. And then when they approached me about going in there, it was my worst nightmare. Because I'm quite a private person. So to be out there with all the cameras for the whole world to see you, your whole life exposed, was probably the worst thing I could ever have done to myself.
So why did you say yes?
I said no a couple of times. And then I just thought, you know what, I think I'm going to regret it. I haven't got to go through the interview procedure. I haven't got to go through the process. It's the biggest reality show, not now, but it was the biggest reality show in the world.
Yeah, completely. There's one in the US, they're all over the place.
And I thought, if I don't do it, I'm going to regret it. And the rest is history. So what you're always worried about is being the first one out.
Do you regret doing it?
No. No, I want it, so I can't...
Yeah, of course. It probably...
Yeah.
Did it change your life? It must have changed your life.
If you're a very pretty 21, 22 plus girl doing magazine shoots, you'll get some work out of it that way. If you're like Rylan, who's a massive personality and one of the nicest guys I've met, you'll go far. But generally for someone older or the guys, you don't really get too much out of it. So I sort of literally switched off. I've been there, done it, thank you very much. But I use that basis for the charity stuff. So when I play football for charity or do charity events, I'm still known as the actor that won Big Brother. It's just another little bit on your CV that you get invited to, but because of then with the charity stuff, you just keep doing that. I can be doing that in 10 years' time.
So actually it was a benefit of you,
because
in a way, you being on Big Brother is helping charities.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's the biggest thing I've had out of it. That was the biggest change.
Did you learn anything about yourself when you were in there?
Don't get banged up with 16 people in one room for 2 months.
And your ex was thrown in there just for good measure.
Yeah, that was a turn up. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was quite hard in places. But we got through it just about. We haven't spoken since, but we got through it. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
And was there anything that you sort of took away from it?
What did I take away from it? You're so confined into a space. You're put with people that you wouldn't generally mix with normally. So you've got to learn to adjust, to learn to get on with people because you haven't got a choice. Because if I don't like you, I can just get up and leave and walk out the door and I won't see you again. No, not yet. We've got about an hour. But in there, you can't go anywhere. So you've got to learn to forgive. You've got to learn to forget. You've got to learn things to go over your head. And maybe that's what I hadn't done in the past.
Interesting.
Sometimes you sort of hold a grudge or you can't move on. In there, you've got to move on within 5 minutes. Because if you sit there with a moody or sulking, or if you stop talking to people and then stop talking to him and then stop talking to her, within a week you won't know one to talk to.
Yeah.
So it was. And I've never been close to my dad. My mum passed just before Big Brother, and my dad passed just after. And I missed him in there. And I don't go. I'll go 2 months without seeing him. And I was in there 2 months.
But isn't that interesting? And when you came out, did you go and see him?
The first phone call I made, before I got interviewed, was check my dad was all right, and my little dog.
But that in itself, the fact that you actually missed your dad, and like you said, you hadn't talked to him beforehand or hadn't thought about it beforehand.
Yeah, he wrote me a letter in the Big Brother house. At one stage, when you get to a certain stage, we all get letters from friends and family, and I'm thinking, who's going to write to me? Because I had no family, and my little Shih Tzu can't write. And it was just like, and my dad wrote me a letter.
And how did it make you feel?
Oh, I was welling up, and I don't do that. It turned out afterwards that the production team pretty much wrote it for him because they wanted him to come in the house, and he told them to do one. He said, "There's no way I'm going on that show." So they sort of dictated the letter between them, but I've still got it. I've got it framed at home, and it was a shame because I'm an only child, brought up London, been brought up very independent, and I sort of broke away from my mum and dad when I was younger. So did my own thing. Took everything on responsibility for myself and didn't rely on them at all. So.
When did you leave home?
16.
And what did you want to do when you were little?
When I was little?
Like the little Jason, what did you want to do?
Little Jason?
Yeah, what did
I
you
want to be a policeman.
Did you want to be a policeman?
Yeah, that went wrong.
Yeah, I can't imagine you as a police. Well, you got the height for it, I guess, although they don't have to be that tall anymore.
Trust me, that went wrong after about a year, yeah.
Go on,
so
what happened there?
I don't know, just occasionally got myself into trouble, I think. So yeah, that was the end of that. Oh, I went to work in the bank. I went to work for Barclays Bank. I like money, so I thought I'd go and work in the bank. What you don't realise is the money's not yours.
Yeah, exactly. So, you're just looking at other people's money.
Yeah, you look at everyone else coming in, just getting jealous. That lasted 6 months. Then become manager of a clothes shop, and then started selling cars, buying and selling cars. Love cars. Can't help myself.
But you never wanted to be an actor?
No, I hate my photo being taken.
So, you didn't like being an actor, you didn't like your photo being taken, but you end up in Big Brother and you've been in a few films and you're very your photos in a lot of places. Tell me about not liking your photo being taken.
I just hated it from a child. There's so few pictures of me when I was a kid. I think even as a baby I would probably
Did you like your childhood?
It was so long ago, I don't really remember.
Do you think you blocked it out?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's a question for another day, I think. I didn't have a bad one, not at all. But I think I just wanted to get older, quicker.
Were you missing something?
Don't know. No siblings. No, I don't know. Just
Did you
something
feel
was
like
missing.
your mum and your dad loved you?
Yeah, in their way. It was never horrible or anything. We just weren't close. If my mum or dad phoned me up, if I didn't see them for a year, if they phoned me up and said, "We need you," I'll be there like a shot.
Yeah.
And vice versa. You know, if I phoned them, my dad would be there like a shot. But if I spent more than 5 minutes in his company, we'd be at each other's throats. Yeah. We just used to annoy each other. And my mum would just sit in the kitchen like, oh God.
Yeah.
You know, he used to do the markets and everything else. So the garage was just like a big bric-a-brac stall. And she literally used to just lock him in there for the day. So I was sitting there cleaning all his stuff and selling it. So, they were together for 45 years. So, everything. My childhood, there was nothing wrong with my childhood. It was just, something was missing. And I don't think I could put my finger on it now unless I actually thought about it. But yeah, the photos.
The photos, yeah. What was it about?
I just didn't like it. I just don't like that static picture where you've got like the Instagram pictures and everything else where you just got to sit there and smile for the camera and everything else.
Obviously nowadays we're all on social media. You've sort of got to be on social media. And I've chatted about this with other guests. I mean, I don't particularly like social media and I use it because it's a tool. That's it, it's a tool. But it can also be really harmful. And
it's a devil's diary.
Yeah, completely.
Well, no one puts horrible pictures up of themselves. No one puts the pictures of what they look like in the morning. No one puts pictures up of them arguing with their boyfriends or their husbands or anything else.
Or going to the loo or something really horrible.
It's
like
just
no one wants to see
all
that.
glamorous pictures, and that's all people see. And then all people want to be is like the people that got put up the glamorous pictures. And it just has a knock-on effect.
You told me before you didn't like your smile.
No. That was a big thing about the pictures. I just hated my smile.
Had anyone told you that you had a bad smile?
No one used to tell, oh, smile, you've got a lovely smile. No. We've all got something about ourselves that we don't like.
Yeah.
And with me, it was my smile. My teeth were perfect. I've never had a filling or anything in my life, but my top lip dropped a little bit and my teeth weren't quite long enough at the front. So it just looked like I was missing the top teeth when I smiled. I just hated it. And I got my veneers done after I come out of the Big Brother house. Best thing I ever done. If you look at all my photos now, I'm sitting there grinning like a Cheshire cat.
Few things that have come out of the Big Brother that haven't been too bad then.
Yeah, teeth. Yeah.
You're smiling. Look at that. You've got a lovely smile.
Yeah, because they're not mine. So from now, photos don't really bother me too much. I'm much better in front of a camera than I am statically having my photo taken. And that was hard for me then to step into the acting side of it. I'd always got told you should film this and you should be in this, purely because I'm quite a big guy. I'm 6'4". I don't look English, although I sound it. I've got this American Russian look, they think, and I'm always going to be the guy that's going to shoot you 5 times.
You're always going to be the baddie.
Well, I'm never going to play a vicar or a babysitter, am I?
No,
it's never going to happen.
No, it's not like no.
I'm the guy that's going to put my foot on your head in the swimming pool and shoot you 5 times.
See, I think you're a gentle giant. I've already worked you out.
Really?
Yeah, you're not mean at all.
So, and it started, I know, about 5 years before Big Brother. I was in the changing rooms of David Lloyd's, getting changed. I just had a shower, got nothing on, and there was this one guy getting changed over in the corner.
Is he staring at you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd, like, if I was a guy in a changing room, I'd probably try not to stare at you.
And he had nothing on either. It was quite cosy. And he just went, as I was drying myself, he said, excuse me, I've just got to say something. I said, yeah. He said, I've been watching you in here for a couple of years and you're in the best shape I've ever seen you. I said, oh, thank you. Like, where's this going?
Been watching you for a couple of years.
Yeah, okay. I was just about to put myself in the locker. And he went, no, I'm not like that, not like that. He said, I'm married, everything else. And we got talking. Yeah. And it turned out he was an actor.
Okay.
Been in TV for 30 years. A lot of people know him. I had no idea who he was. And then I told him the story that I was best man at a wedding coming up and I'm absolutely bricking it over the speech. Because that's the other thing I couldn't do, other than smile, public speaking. I'd clam up.
It's one of the biggest fears, actually. And it's everyone,
terrible.
There is a lot of people, I mean, I've spoken on stage and, but you talk to other people and it's literally a lot of people's biggest fear.
Terrible. Absolutely. I'd get sweaty hands within 2 seconds. I'd turn down best man for about 3 times because I didn't want to do the speech. I was that bad. And he said, look, I do guest speaking. I teach people. He said, I'll teach you how to do your best man speech if you help me with my training. And we become best friends after that.
Wow, great.
A friend of the family, because his kids are in film, he's in film. And so he started teaching me acting. And then we put in for an agent. And that's another story. We did 100 CVs. Pictures, CV, what I hadn't done, made it all up. Height, size and everything else, and just a load of bull,
you can say it on this show.
Right, okay, bullshit. And we sent it out to 100 people. 100, we got the directory for agents, film agents, and we sent it to 100. We got 4 replies. 2 of them no. 1 of them, we're not doing anything this year. And 1 just sent it back. That was it, nothing else. So you get a bit demoralised. But then again, in another respect, I wasn't that bothered because it wasn't my be-all or end-all.
It wasn't like your passion. This wasn't like your burning purpose that you had to be an actor.
But you don't want to send out 100 CVs and get kicked back.
No,
it's like swiping. It's like swiping right on Tinder,
isn't it? Yeah, it's like going on Tinder.
Tinder 100 times and you get nothing back. You know, so. But, and this is something for people to learn if they want to get into that, face to face. Pictures mean nothing, paper means nothing. Because what happened is a friend of mine who was an actor said, come and meet my agent. I said, I've already sent him CV. He said, just come and meet him.
Yeah.
We went round there, opened the door. He went, I want you. Straight away took 1 look. I went, great, brilliant, but I've sent you a CV. And he looked under his desk and he had a pile like this. And he just went, oh yeah, He said, yeah, oh, you don't look like your picture, do you? Back underneath.
But it's the same as the dating sites, so no one looks like their picture. It's like,
And I was working the next day. I did a Spice Girl video, got married in it. That was the first and last time.
Sorry, you did a Spice Girl video?
Yeah, for Mel C. Yeah. I
Okay,
got married in a church in Hove.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to watch that one.
No, please don't. Please don't. So yeah, so did that, and then did a couple of other little films, gangster sort of films. Again, the typical shoot, carrying a gun, shoot people. And then I got a phone call out of the blue from Marvel Studios, and again, the story where someone comes up to you and goes, "You should be in films." What happened was I was in Portugal about 2 years previous. This is the beauty of social media. And people started chanting Bautista in the street. No idea who this guy was in my life.
Yeah.
I phoned my mate up, who's an MMA fighter. I said, "Have you heard of a guy called Bautista?" And he went, "Mate, you don't half look like him." I said, "Really?"
Wow.
So all of a sudden now I'm in Portugal, I'm getting free drinks. I'm free food, free kebabs, free drinks, free entry everywhere, because everyone thought I was Bautista. I'm milking it, I'm having the time of my life. But it went on social media, it went on Facebook. I just got tagged in a couple of things. Marvel Studios in America found it on Facebook, found through Pinewood Studios and Shepperton and Longcross, found who was my agent, and they phoned me for 3 months. Because it's a withheld number, I never answered it.
Yeah. No, I don't as well. Yeah, you don't.
Always answer your withheld numbers, because it was just one day, and I was in the office, and I went, I'm going to answer this. Picked it up, and they said it was Shepperton Field Studios. We want you in a Marvel film. We want you to double in Guardians of the Galaxy as Drax. I went, who? And there was only one name they could have probably said to me that I would have gone, and it was Dave. And they said, but we've been trying to get hold of you for 3 months and you've got to be here in 2 hours. So I dived home, got changed, shot up to Shepperton, sitting in the waiting room, and there was about 6 or 7 big guys, short guys, stocky guys, everything else. And they went, right, Jason, go into the room. I thought it was a meet and greet with the producer and the casting agent. And I walked in, and there's Dave Bautista sitting there, the second biggest to The Rock WWE wrestler in history. And he's got up, he's took his beanie hat off, shaved head, and I've just gone, mate, you're going to have to grow some fucking hair because I ain't shaving this to look like you. And from that moment, we become best of mates.
That's brilliant.
So we did Guardians, then we did Spectre, James Bond.
The James Bond film, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
So you've recently done The Serpent, or it's come out, it's premiered in January, is that right?
Yeah, it premiered in Dubai, they sold it in Dubai, 90 cinemas, and then it's going to be Japan, England, America, etc., etc. But it'll be spread out over this year, I'd imagine. Wow. So then after Serpent was a couple of other little things, and then what we spoke about was Big Brother.
And acting, is that where you want to continue to, or, I mean, you enjoying it? Because you said it wasn't really your passion or your purpose, and you just fell into it.
There's no money in it.
So
you can't have a lifestyle that I want.
Tell me about the lifestyle that you want.
That I want?
Yeah.
Better than what I've got yesterday.
Okay.
I'm always trying to expand. If I've got 10 houses, I want 11. If I've got 30 houses, I want 31.
Because you're a property developer as well.
Yeah.
And you do a lot for charity.
Bundles, as much as I can do.
Tell me about that. What do you do for charity? And I know there are, and we can put some of this in the show notes as well, if there's a particular charity you want. Yeah,
well, I think during the year I do about 40 charity events for roughly about 30 different charities, all spread out over the country. I'm patron for 5. So from Chestnut Tree House, which is a children's hospice, to Raystead, which is an animal welfare centre, and then cancer, etc., etc.
What drives you to do the charity work? Because, there are a lot of people out there that do charity work, but it's something that's quite a calling for you, is that right? Or you feel...
Giving back.
Giving back.
I think. I didn't have... I wasn't the straightest person when I was younger, shall we say. I got up to a bit of mischief and ducked and dived and got away with murder, not literally, but I got away with a few things that maybe I shouldn't have done.
We talked about karma earlier. Is this your karma?
Yeah, possibly. And I just think if now I'm in a situation where I'm self-sustainable. So I'm made financially. That can only grow, hopefully. So I've got time on my hands. So I'm either going to go to the gym or go out partying or go and do a charity event. And in fairness, it's not bad. I'm playing football for a team called Celebrity, run by Kev Cooper. We played 10 games this year at Burnham City, Fratton Park, Portsmouth, Bristol City, Northampton, Doncaster. 3, 4, 5,000 people, raising tens and tens of thousands of pounds.
That's fantastic.
But we're just turning up.
Yeah.
You know, no one's getting paid. But like Dan Osborne and Jack Josser and Danny Dyer, ex-Paul Walsh, all the boys, Matt Lipinski, all the boys are there. The Tarry lot, the Love Island lot, Ex on the Beach lot. And I don't care what people think of them when they watch them on TV. These guys will travel 200, 300 miles to play football. But the money raised is a lot of money. And it goes to the individual charities, which is fantastic. I play golf with, do you remember the Panini football stickers? You wouldn't, when you were a kid, when we were boys, we used to keep sticker books, didn't we?
Yeah, I remember sticker books.
And yeah, but the Barbie stuff. These were footballers.
I'm more of a Cindy girl.
Oh, right. And these guys, I used to collect the sticker books and watch them play football, and they're my friends. Because most footballers, when they retire, they seem to play a lot of golf.
Yeah.
So again, I get invited to the Belfry and to Wentworth and other golf matches, playing with Sir Trevor Brooking, Ray Clements, Paul Jones, Dave Jones, Luther Blissett, all the big names 20 years ago. And all we're doing, we're turning up, playing golf, raising tens of thousands of pounds. So it's not exactly hard work. You know, it's fun, and it's a nice thing.
Sense of fulfilment?
Yeah, I think the smaller ones more do with the ones that I'm hosting the event, or if it's doing quiz nights or bingo things. I mean, you're actually doing something individually to help these charities. They're putting me in a kennel for 24 hours next month.
What? Have they got a big enough one? What kennel's going to fit?
One of the team at Racestead, the Animal Welfare Centre, come up with a brilliant idea, is that we're going to put Jason in a kennel for 24 hours. And they're going to start a group fund page that's either people got to donate to keep me in or get me out. So you know which way that's going to go. I could be there for weeks. And they donate to give me treats and, I don't know, throw a ball for me or something. So yeah, I've got 24 hours in a kennel. I've abseiled off Arundel Castle as Batman. So I did pantomime as Batman the year before. And then it's all 10k walks, and it's just different. It's better than sitting at home on your backside doing nothing.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
But what is your true purpose or passion? What do you really get inspired to do? I mean, you talked about money's being one of your values. Obviously, looking good is.
I like working. I love my property. I love buying a bit of land and building a house on it from scratch. Digging the holes with a digger. It's like a big Tonka toy. After all these years, I still haven't got the hang of it. The last one I just dug, which we just built now, I took out the side of the house, the fence, and the electric, all in pretty much one day. But I'm getting there slowly. The insurance claims have been like a bit too high. But yeah, I enjoy doing that. I enjoy seeing something from scratch,
build, yeah,
and then make it into the picture I've got in my head. Completing that at the end of it, and I think that pretty much with everything that I do is turning that idea into reality. You know, but if it doesn't work, stop, give up, forget about it, move on. Don't try and polish a turd. Don't try.
I like that. Don't try and polish a turd. That's fantastic. I'm going to use that one. Oh my God, that's so good. That's the best expression I've heard for a long time.
But just move on, knock it on the head, do something else. There's something called busy fools, which I learnt years ago. There's pointless being busy and slogging your gut out with no end game. So if something doesn't, if you've got an idea, do it. Give it 100%, give it 110%. But if it don't work, then it's not your fault. You've given everything and forget about it. Drop it. Don't matter if you've lost the money. Don't matter what's going on. Just forget about it. Move on to the next one.
Is there anything you change about your life?
My probably biggest regret, because I've never been married, never been engaged, never lived with anyone, ever.
Okay.
And I look at my friends that have met someone at 18, 19, settled down, wife, 2 kids, and they're happy as anything. 2.4 children, 1 up, 2 down, whatever, little car outside, and they're the happiest people in the world. And maybe that's what I would have liked to have done.
Why haven't
Just doesn't
you?
happen. Just doesn't happen.
Is there something inside you that says you can't?
Don't know. Don't get sweaty hands when someone says, like, marry me. That hasn't happened, but I don't know. It just hasn't happened. My mum and dad were together forever, and they loved each other, and...
Do you love yourself?
Not really. For the honest truth.
Can I give you honest truth? The first person you have to love is yourself.
Oh, quite possibly. Yeah, quite possibly. But,
and then others will love you. You're a very lovable. I mean, I've just spent like less than an hour with you, and I think you're amazing.
Longest hour of your life.
No, you're an amazing guy. Absolutely amazing guy. But love starts from within.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. But there's other things I need to do in the meantime and try and sort myself out.
Do you want to be married?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, one day to meet that person and just be that happy. Must be amazing. Yeah.
I mean, relationships are the toughest thing in
Oh,
life.
hell.
I'm not married, but
I'm
because I
crap.
never really wanted to be married. You know, I've had relationships, but I never got the sort of the urge to have kids. And I think as a woman, if you don't have that urge to have kids, then marriage is either here or there.
So I got a Shih Tzu. It was easier.
Was it a girl Shih Tzu?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
I just can't imagine you're just laying there on the sofa, you're stroking your dog, and all of a sudden, oh, what's that? It's got to be a girl. Yeah, I just don't want a boy dog. It's just like not right. But I mean, the closest I've got to ever living with anyone was a Big Brother house. So I've gone from living with no one to 16 people for 2 months.
And you've never lived with a girl. And you're a good-looking guy. You're really personable.
Some extra now.
You're funny. No,
I just keep messing it up, I suppose.
You don't. No, stop telling yourself that. Just reframe it. Just got to love yourself more.
Yeah.
Love who you are.
Don't make the same mistake twice. That's a big one as well.
You just learn from your mistakes. Everything that's you're given in life.
Oh yeah, massively. I'm a big one for that. I mean, business-wise, I'm clued up, pretty clued up as much as I hope I am, and I don't make the same mistake twice, definitely. But other things in life, I just seem to still cock it up.
Yeah, I think you're giving yourself a hard time.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. You haven't lived with me, so you wouldn't know.
Well, you never know. Jason, where do you see yourself in the next sort of 5 years? Where do you want to be? More acting, more properties?
Everything. Just still playing football, still doing the charity stuff, still properties, still acting, anything else that comes along. Just a better person than what I am today, tomorrow, and therefore the day after and the day after. Not go backwards.
Can you visualise that woman in your life?
Who knows?
That's what you need.
Or another Shih Tzu.
Or another Shih Tzu. And I've got my final question that I ask to all my guests, and that is, if you were to write a message in a bottle for future generations or future Shih Tzus, what would that message be?
Really? Please send more alcohol and toilet rolls.
Particularly at the moment.
Told you I couldn't swim. Subscription to Pornhub, please. I don't know. Just be a better person tomorrow.
I like it.
That's it. Simple as that.
Jason, thank you so much for being a guest on my show. I love it.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, there's a new interview out every Monday, so hit subscribe and like, and you'll get it straight into your inbox.